Kia ora, good morning. I just got woken up, so you know what that means. But in all fairness, I did pass out very early last night because I am exhausted. I'm utterly exhausted. Doing this work for God is people don't realise when you're an alchemist how much energy it takes to fight the dark side, and when you're doing it on your own. And a lot of the dark side was in my personal life as well. So I've not only been trying to keep darkness at bay for everybody else, but also in my life too. But, excuse me, today's May the 4th, and it's my friend's birthday. And I just realised that he was born on May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. He was born on Star Wars Day. My teleporting friend, he was born on Star Wars Day. If he wasn't born to be my best friend, I don't know if there's any more obvious sign that this man was meant to be in my life, is that my friend who's going through an ascension, whose ability seems to be teleportation. Oh, excuse me, to the point where I've named an entire character after him in the Time Jumping Detective, who was born on May the 4th. If that's not a sign he was meant to be in my life, I don't know what is. I'm just having a sip of my coffee, hang on. Something's coming. It's like, it's not just me saying it either. I've been watching people on YouTube and that. It's like the world is holding its breath because something's coming. Donald Trump is in the middle of a soul extraction, and this dementia specialist was talking about the reason why he started speaking the truth. He's saying things in public he shouldn't be saying because he's got frontal lobe dementia, and it forces you to tell the truth, and it's because he's going through a soul extraction, and you're forced to speak the truth. Devils and demons are forced to speak the truth in the presence of God, and God has ordered for the removal of his soul. So Satan's removing Donald Trump's soul. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to end his life, because usually what happens is when you sign your soul over to the devil, Satan collects. When God says it's time to collect, Satan comes and collects your soul. And Satan, when you piss him off, especially if you've offended God or hurt God, because he loves God so much, he's probably God's most loyal servant, is Satan. And because Donald Trump's been running around pretending to be God and the second coming, and he's got like this whole cult of worshippers and stuff like that, he's pissed Satan off. So because he sold his soul to the devil, Molech, it's now time to collect. He's going around collecting souls, and when God calls you out, when God says, okay, enough is enough, he sends Satan in to do the dirty work. And Satan is the one that removes your soul. And when you piss Satan off, he's vindictive and vengeful, and he likes to play with you. You know, like how a cat will play with a mouse before it kills it. So often with a soul extraction, he forces you to live in hell on earth before you die to face your time in hell. So he messes with your life. He teases you, and he plays with your mind and your emotions, and takes you through an emotional roller coaster. He basically, you live hell on earth as your punishment. And some people can be like that for 10, 15, 20 years before they're put in the ground. It just depends on the severity of your sins. And this cognitive specialist for dementia was saying it's not normal to have 5 doctors come and do your test, and he had psychiatrists and yeah, all different kinds of doctors come and do his cognitive test, and he was saying that's not a good thing. And I was tweeting and saying, well, that's because he's going through a soul extraction. And when he was saying, he's saying things in public he shouldn't be, he's being too honest because he's got frontal lobe dementia. And it's like, well, yeah, that's because devils and demons are forced to tell the truth in the presence of God. And remember, I've proven to you, God's here and he's got America's back. But when he takes Trump down, he's taking Starmer down with him. I don't know what's about to happen, but Trump and Starmer have done something to set the king up, and it's going to be exposed. And it's going to take them both down together, and when they both go down together, it crushes the EU as well, because it involves the EU as well in some way. I don't, the truth, I mean, obviously it's going to make sense when the truth comes out, but whatever happens is going to have a direct knock-on effect in my life, because all I keep seeing are signs of, and it's coming from other people as well, there are other people that are feeling this shift. Get ready. And when the people come, I'll never be allowed to walk down the street again. I can see it so clearly now. The prophecy, the prophecy of the ancients is starting to come to pass. I can see it metamorphosizing right in front of my eyes. And it's emboldening other people. Other people are it's like there's this very subtle global shift that's happening, and it's almost like people are starting to rub their eyes and they're seeing the pockets of light, and whatever's coming for Donald Trump and Keir Starmer and the EU is such a blow from God that when it happens, like it's going to start in America, whatever happens is going to start in America, and it's going to spread. And it's like one day people are going to be waking up and like rubbing their eyes and squinting in that, because it's like the light is coming out. And we've been in the dark for so many centuries now that when the veil is lifted and the light is exposed, people kind of have to rub their eyes and squint their eyes for a bit to adjust to the light, because they've been in the dark for so long. But whatever is about to be exposed is huge, and it's directly involving Donald Trump and Keir Starmer, and something that they've done with the king, or because of something they've done to the king. And I'd even put money on the fact that whatever it is I've said or done, that I've predicted, might actually save King Charles. And I don't know if I'm going to get public recognition for it, or if I'm going to end up on the news or something, but I know that when it happens, all eyes are going to be on me, and then I will never be able to walk down the street again because it's the prophecy. My teacher said, you'll need bodyguards, you'll need protection. Not because people will want to hurt you, but because people will want a piece of you. Because you're going to be seen as the one who gave everyone hope. People are starting to see what I've been saying all along, and they're seeing the pockets of light, they're seeing the pockets of hope, and it's giving them faith again. And it's little sprinkles of it now, just like stars in the sky, but one day those stars are going to join up and just illuminate the entire planet all at once. And it's going to be like, excuse me, I'm drinking my coffee. Debbie was right. God's real. And he's not a Christian God, he's not a Jewish God, he's not a Islamic God, he's not a Hindu God, he's not a nothing God, he's all God. He's all the gods in one God. He's God, he's the creator of everything. He just goes by different names. And Debbie said he was coming to save us, and she was right. It's that kind of feeling. That's what my teacher said. There was going to be like a mass global awakening all at once because of something that's about to happen to Donald Trump and Keir Starmer. And whatever it is has a knock-on effect with von der Leyen and the EU, where it all just like melts away. Where it's all just like melted away because whatever it is so bad that these people end up being executed for it. They end up being like imprisoned for it. They end up having their lives and their reputations destroyed and everything taken from them because of it. But it starts with Trump. And I don't know if it's to do with this becoming spellbound royal seal thing, but Trump and Starmer have got people on the inside helping them and people in the EU helping them try and pull off what it is they've lied to King Charles about. They've done something and they've lied to him, and whatever it is, it's going to cost him money. It's like I'm doing a reading. I've jumped into doing a reading. It's going to cost him money. It's going to cost him a lot of money. He's going to lose a lot of money because he trusted the wrong people, but that will be his only punishment. And it's like, when the news breaks that these people came after King Charles, they're going to scatter to try and avoid. They'll try and do things like, all the things they've threatened and punished people. Oh no, we're not going to do that anymore. Oh no, we've decided that we're not going to force farmers to do this, and we're not going to force, they're going to try and please the people to save their own necks, but it's going to be too late. There's this feeling of, hang on, I don't know whether it's going to be on a global scale or just with King Charles alone that has a knock-on effect around the world. I can't see what it is. I've been trying to figure it out. I've been watching these other people to see. It's like when I started talking about the shift, other people started feeling the shift, and now they're talking about the shift as well. And even they're starting to say, like, they're bracing for impact because they know that when the change comes, it's going to happen so bloody fast that we're all being told, hold on to the rails and get ready. Like, get ready. Just bloody everyone get ready. But whatever it is that gets exposed, whether it's to King Charles or the globe through a news break or so, because it's like, I'm trying to put all my codes together, and it's like a news flash, like sudden, shocking news. This has happened, but I don't know whether it's for the king or for a country, America, Great Britain, or globally all at once. But it's like whatever is coming out is going to be like, wait, what did they do? I beg your pardon, they did what? And then, boom, everything changes. They made us do what? They forced us to do what? I beg your pardon, they took what? They did what? And the shock and the disbelief of like, holy shit, they did what? That it's enough that leaders from all around the world try and scatter to escape the consequences. A total and utter violation of trust is what I want to say. It's something bad. It's I was just asking Atom, does this involve Epstein? And the response I got back was, oh, this is bigger than Epstein. It's like a 30-year secret. It's like but whatever it is, it's going to make all of them, Macron, von der Leyen, Zelensky, Merz, like the Spanish one. Don't be fooled by the Spanish Prime Minister in there either. Don't be fooled by any of them. None of these world leaders are on your side. You know, from the coalition of Epsteiners in there. None of these people who are anti-Trump or pro-Trump, like none of these people are on your side. It's just, how do I put it? There are some who are deemed to be the troublemakers or the dictators or the dark side who are fighting for all of our rights that the rest of the world wants you to think are the enemy, but they're not. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about all the ones that are on the world stage that aren't being shut out of social media. The ones that they're trying to, look what the Spanish Prime Minister's saying and doing. Yeah, my God, oh, isn't he wonderful? No. He's one of there are no sides when it comes to the coalition. This sudden uprising against Israel is because, so I'm just, I didn't know I was going to be going into a reading, I'm afraid, so you're just going to have to bear with me. This anti-Israel thing is to punish Israel for exposing all of them. Netanyahu is definitely dead. He's been dead for a long time, and they're going to break the news of his death. Oh, yeah, he's got cancer, he's got this, he's got that, but he's been dead a long time. They've been faking it, but this sudden turn against Israel is solely because Netanyahu threw them all under the bus. So now they're turning in revolt against him. But I still maintain that even though Israel is going to be removed from history, it needs to be done so that the Jews, the genuine Jews, the ones who represent God the way He wants them to represent His people, they'll get to build again and start again and leave the evils behind. Someone new's going to rise up out of Israel and take the people. If it's not to a new land, it's to rebuild what's been left behind. It's like rising from the ashes, but this time doing it right. Because all the people who were forcing them to sin and commit acts of evil against humanity are going to be removed from power. And it's going to happen all over the world. It's going to happen in every country all over the world. All of the people who was all of the leaders who were subjecting their people to sins and evil, they're going to be removed, and new leaders will be born from, what is it you're saying? New leaders will be born, new leaders will rise up from those born of suffering, from those born of the suffering. Sorry, I have to get the words 100% correct. I can't put anything out into the ethers. That aren't word for word. Verbatim. Everything has to be verbatim. If I get any of these messages or predictions wrong, it'll come back on me. I don't know if it's... I'm trying to look to see what it is that's going to break. But I keep thinking it's got something to do with taxes or people not realising that for all these years, something they've been paying for wasn't even a real thing, that it was literally going into the pockets of these people, or it's bigger than Epstein. It involves the Epsteiners, but it's bigger than Epstein. It's bigger than just what they've been doing with children, and that it's got something to do with, I'm just saying WEF, the World Economic Forum. So all the leaders of the World Economic Forum since the 70s, they've been around since the 70s, right? So that's like 50-something years. So I'm getting downloads and I'm trying to slow it down. It's like I'm going through one of those newspaper reels. You know when you used to go to the library and they'd load the newspapers and you'd turn the dial and it would flick through the newspapers, and I'm trying to slow it down. Something the World Economic Forum have done, that they made all their world leaders pass or do, and under the guise of it being legal or something. Whatever it is that involves the World Economic Forum, and every world leader has done this thing where they were told, as members of the WEF, do this. And when it comes out, people are going to be like, I beg your pardon, what? It's necessary, it needs to be done to tip people over the edge. It's going to tip people over the edge. It's necessary. This news, whatever it is, needs to come out, and it's necessary. It might even be, and I'm just putting it out there, that it turns out that I was right and someone's going to confess, yes, the plan all along was to kill the Queen. So they created COVID to hide the murder of the Queen. It could be something like that. That involves the World Economic Forum and the World Health Organization. And God said he was going to take them all down. So it's something like, I'm sorry, what? We were put into lockdown, we lost our jobs, we were forced to vaccinate. We've got people who have died from these vaccinations that we loved and blah, 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 because you wanted to kill the Queen. I'm sorry, what? I beg your pardon. And then just boom, like that's it. I can see streets on fire. I can see houses on fire. Cars tipped over. People being dragged out of their houses and being beaten. They're going to try to run, but they'll get turned in by their own people. So their security guards will be the ones to drag them out onto the street, the cops, the military, because it's like whatever it is that's about to break, whatever news it is that's about to break, it's going to tip everyone around the world over the edge, because their presidents, their prime ministers, everyone who forced them to go into lockdown, vaccinate. Because remember, people killed themselves, people died from the vaccines, people died from the isolation, people got mental health issues, people lost their jobs, all of it. And whatever it is, it's going to be like, I don't know what it is. This is what I'm guessing because I just saw the big WEF sign. So it's got something to do with World Economic Forum and World Economic Forum leaders. So all the presidents and prime ministers and chancellors and that took part in whatever it is that's about to be exposed that's bigger than Epstein, they're going to have to run for their lives. They'll run for their lives because I'm thinking of my hairdryer dream with the tracer bullets coming down and them scattering. Pew! But it's too late. And then it's almost like in a flash, people are going to open up their curtains and their doors and their windows and there's just going to be blue skies. And they'll rub their eyes. And it'll be like, was that real? Was it was the last 30 years, 20 years, whatever, was that real or was I dreaming? Where there was darkness, it's like we've been living in darkness for so many centuries. Whatever's coming, there's going to be this flash of light that's blinding, that's going to stun everyone for a little bit. And then when everything calms down, like when you've had a flash in your eyes, when everything calms down and you can see, you're no longer in the matrix and there's just blue skies. I'm just being told when the takedown comes, it's going to happen fast. There'll be military trucks and all that going around picking up all these politicians and billionaires and, troublemakers, the sinners, the instigators of sin is what Atom's saying. It's like the universe is typing out Morse code. And I'm deciphering it. It's already starting to be woven into the fabric of our timeline that these leaders are being slowly dragged down and removed. Like ticks being removed, like parasites being removed off an animal. The bloodsuckers and that, they're being removed off the animal. And I've been sitting here thinking, I've had so many dreams now where I swear King Charles takes charge and delivers fatal blows to these people's careers and reputations and that when he wakes up. And then I thought, after his whole visit to America and that, I thought, well, that's it, we've lost him. But after what happened with the Queen and God yesterday, it's like, don't give up on him. I can't give up on him yet. It's not time to give up on him yet. He just hasn't woken up yet. But when he does, all hell's going to break loose. You don't want to get on the wrong side of a Scorpio, whose twin is a Taurus, because we come at you like a bull that spits poison. We're a we're a poisonous spitting bull. Come in like a bull at a china shop. So, whatever they've done, it's like it's cost him more than it's going to cost him or has cost him, or will cost him more than just money. He's in business with a lot of these people. I can't say what it, excuse me, I can't say what it is that's going to be revealed, but it's got something to do with Trump and Starmer. They've done something. I'm telling you now, Trump and Starmer have done something behind the king's back that when it gets exposed, all hell's going to break loose and it's going to open the door wide open to a truth that takes the World Economic Forum and their members down with Trump and Starmer. And then everyone's going to be looking at me. Debbie was right. Holy shit, Debbie was right. Debbie said that was going to happen. God is real. Whatever name you put to him, he's real. And then I think all eyes are going to be on me. Because that's what my teacher said. When the whole world knows your name, she said it's going to happen overnight. When the whole world knows your name, she said you'll never be able to walk down the street by yourself again. People will want to touch me and like take pieces of my clothing and that because it will be seen as blessed and sacred. And but the thing is, it's not me. It's got nothing to do with me, but they're not going to see it like that. I'm just the messenger. I'm just a scientist who's able to read Morse code that's sent out across the ethers from the creation frequency. And I translate it into words and language and vision and, music and messages. And I can just hear people in different languages, but it's all the same thing. What the F did he do? What the hell did you just say? What did they do? I'm sorry, what? And then oh, hell no. Like, wait, what? And then just this blinding rage. Blinding rage. Everywhere, all over the world, in every country, all over the world. Blinding rage. And presidential houses being torn down, set on fire. And the thing is, the police and the military won't stop them because whatever it is they've done affects everybody. It's affected everybody. And it's just going to tip people over the edge. And then that'll be it. Like after a couple of days, it's like reasonable people are going to step up and say, right, okay, calm down everyone. Now that this is out in the open, now that these people have been hauled off and arrested and, whatever, we need to get back to normality because this isn't going to put food on the table. We need to get back to normal, hold them, now that we know, we'll hold them accountable. And it's like leaders, this is going to happen. It's like everything needing to be burnt down so that the new can rise. And the new that are going to rise are people that have people born from the pain and suffering. So like I was saying yesterday, it's going to be like farmers and former business owners and hairdressers and just normal people who weren't trained by the World Economic Forum to be future leaders because they're all part. It's all a cult. They're all part of that cult, and they're brainwashed into following the script. The videotape of Keir Starmer is that the Epstein files have got on him is of him getting oral sex from a trans kid in the back of a room while the World Economic Forum meeting is taking place, and him like being sexually active with this trans kid. That's one of the ones I've got on him anyway. They were taping him. So the World Economic Forum have been recording members of the WEF for the coalition of Epstein, the World Economic Forum, Davos and all of that, where they've been having those meetings and stuff. They've been recording things to hold on people. Because the video that the Jeffrey Epstein files have on Keir Starmer is him at a World Economic Forum meeting where he's in the back room while the meeting's taking place out the front. And he's getting oral sex from a trans kid. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's coming. I just know that when the news drops, it's got something to do with Trump and Starmer. They've done something. They set something up. They set something up behind closed doors that's going to be exposed. That when the king finds out, people end up in courts all over the world. It's going to be like a nuclear bomb of truth that is so big it takes out leaders all around the world, and it's going to be at the hands of the people, and whoever rises up in power after it are people who are going to be elected who survived and rebuild to make sure that it never happens again. Enough is enough. We've had decades of it. We've had centuries of it, of these people telling us what to do and how to live. And enough is enough. And this time around, with everything being burnt to the ground, what rises from the ashes will be leaders that follow their constitutions and follow their laws and listen to the people. It won't be like how it's been before. It's all going to be sweeping change that allows for the new to rise. But it all starts with Trump. And God has always maintained that he has to line everything up perfectly so that when one falls, they all fall. But it could only happen when Trump and Starmer were in power together. They had to be in power together. Because whatever it is they've done is going to set off a chain reaction. And they all fall like dominoes. and then you'll see fear, is what he just said. The looks on their faces when they're in the back of the cop cars, when they're being hauled into handcuffs at The Hague and things like that. Like I know, I've seen von der Leyen's face. Her fear becomes so great that she can't even walk, and they have to like drag her. And people trying to, all turning on each other. I only did it because so and so. But they said if I didn't do it, they were going to do this. Like all turning on each other. People turning state's evidence. People handing over evidence in order to get lighter sentences. They're all going to turn on each other. And the leaders themselves, like Schwab and von der Leyen and all of that, are the ones who will be held accountable the most. So, is this why I got woken up? I wasn't expecting to do a reading. Oh. I wasn't expecting to do a reading. It's just there's a hush. And it's like the world is holding its breath because they know something big is coming and they don't realise it's going to be straight from God. And it's a revelation. That saves everybody. He's had to line them all up like 10-pin bowling, like pins at a bowling alley, so that when he rolls that ball down the aisle, they all go down together. I can just see like streets on fire, buildings on fire, presidential palaces and they're on fire. Like the French Revolution, but like all over the world. I just keep wanting to think it's got something to do with the Queen. But it might not be, I don't know. And it's like you imagine if the truth comes out, because it is the truth, it is 100% the truth. They murdered the Queen, but that they hid it behind COVID, so they killed millions of people with COVID to kill one person, which is what all that lot did to me. They've betrayed everyone on the planet to the beast system to get at one woman. Because they're cowards, you see. So they have to hide behind numbers. They have to hide, throw stones, hide hands. And so if they have to make millions of people or billions of people suffer in order to cover the crime committed against one person, they would absolutely do that because they have no conscience. Which brings me back to Donald Trump having his soul extraction. But just watch this space, people, because whatever's coming out, that's the end of the suffering. People will shout hallelujah. It's in Revelation, book of Revelation. It's coming. Satan's doom, like it's all coming. The dead shall be judged. The New Jerusalem, it's all coming. I can see it playing out in the world right now, and other people are starting to pick up on it. There's no fear where there is faith. That's what I just heard. It's literally like Morse code. As the conscious universe thinks the future ahead. So, just get ready, people. Brace yourself. Try not to break any laws. Be moral and ethical when it comes to getting your justice. Don't stoop to their level. If we're gonna fix this together, we have to do it the right way and not be like those who caused us the pain and suffering, because then otherwise we're no better. And to my friend, my Star Wars buddy, happy birthday to you, boopity-bum. Happy birthday to you, boopity-bum. I do it like, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, Mr. President, happy birthday to you. I love you. I'll speak to you later. Ka kite anō. Get ready, everyone, because here it comes. The comet of truth is about to hit and wipe all the darkness out.